Shalom, shalom. Giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, B'Kahakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. I pray the lesson be edifying to the hopeful elect. The time and what must be done. Let's get to the scripture. It's Matthew 24:13. Let's get that. Actually, we're going to start off with 2 Timothy 4:2. The time and what must be done. Preach the word. Be instant in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. And that is what the time dictates that must be done. The word must be preached. And that word is the 100% truth. It must be preached in an instant, in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. And what truth is going to be preached? Let's go to 24. Matthew 24. This gospel of the kingdom shall be preached. The time and what must be done. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world. That's why the internet was set up by the Lord. So the preaching of the 100% truth can go out throughout the world. And his name, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, can be boldly declared. It's that simple. The time and what must be done. Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached. And we just went over 2 Timothy 4:2. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. It's that simple. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come. So right before the Lord Yahweh shall return, this gospel of the kingdom is going to be preached. And the gospel of the kingdom is the 100% truth, perfect interpretation and understanding of the Holy Scriptures, the Bible. It's that simple. Let's get some more. We're talking about the time and what must be done. Let's go to 2 Esdras 9th chapter. 2 Esdras 9th chapter. The time and what must be done. The time and what must be done is this. 2 Esdras 9th chapter, starting at the top. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. So how you measure the time? You measure the time by watching the world current events, and you funnel the news, the current event news through the Holy Scriptures, the prophecies. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. So the sign that the Lord preached will happen at the end of the world in Matthew 24th chapter is coming to pass in these days and time. Then shall thou understand, and the elect is going to understand these times. That's why the elect know the time and what must be done. The hopeful elect men, the saints, the servants, the prophets. It's on the highways, hedges, street corner, and on the internet, YouTube, day in, day out, week in, week out. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we're in the time that the Lord has his eyes upon the sinful kingdom. His eyes is watching and what's going on in the world. And we're living in the same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Is that something? Therefore, when thou shalt be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. And that's what's happening today. According to Revelation 11, chapter 14, verse, the first woe hath, the second woe hath passed, and the third woe cometh quickly. We right on the beginning. World War III could pop off at any given moment, and the Lord Yahweh can come back like a thief in the night at any given moment. So you got to measure the time diligently. You got to give diligence to make your calling and election sure by way of preaching the word. Be instant, in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke with all long suffering and doctrine. That is the time and what must be done. Damn, it's starting to rain. Go ahead and end this lesson because it's rain. Got to walk back home in the rain, but I wanted to come out here in the cool breeze and do this quick lesson about the time and what must be done. The other scripture that I could have put up is Romans 13, chapter 11, verse, 2 Timothy 3rd, chapter 1st verse, all dealing with the times. It is high time to awake out of sleep because salvation is nearer than when you believe. Is that something? The time of what must be done. And that time, there's a saying that says that time dictates the agenda. And these times that we're living in, it dictates what the agenda is for the saints to service the prophets, the hopeful elect men to be doing. And that's preaching the word, that 100% doctrine taught by the elder apostles of Great Millstone, starting with Elder Tahar, all the way down through the Akim, all around the world. Putting up video lessons on YouTube and other websites. The time and what must be done. Time dictates the agenda. And the agenda is to preach the word, be instant, in season, not a season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. The time and what must be done. It is high time to awake out of sleep. Measure the time diligently. Present thyself a living sacrifice before the Lord, because we are fools for Hamashiach Yahweh. And the preaching of this word on the internet is foolish to the wicked. It's that simple, but it's right and exact with the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh. Giving our praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. On to the next one. Shalom.